Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This weekend I'm back in my old hometown, the Latrobe Valley. I lived here for many years before I moved to Melbourne, and I mean this place has seen everything. It's had fires and floods and pollution and all sorts, but I love coming back here just to relax and take a minute and of course do some really good fishing. When I come here, I generally stay at my folks' place, and they've got their place is sort of tucked away amongst a bit of farmland. So I'm surrounded by goats, donkeys, ducks, horses, there's dogs, sometimes there's chickens. So there's always something to keep me occupied. And even here, I still camp out in the car. My mum pokes her head out the window and says, you can come and sleep in here if you want, but I much prefer to be kind of close to the riffraff out there. Now, I think it's fair to say that this weekend was a bit of a blunder. Now, the reason I came out here was to catch a carp. And I wanted to catch a carp because I wanted to eat the carp. Now, I know there are many other far more desirable or palatable fish than carp, but this weekend had a very particular purpose, and that's what it was. And the reason I wanted to catch a carp and eat that specifically was after the roadkill video, I'd had some people say that it was disgusting what I did, and in particular one fella not only said it's disgusting that you ate that roadkill, but it's something that I want to see. Like, I want to see you pick it up off the side of the road and cook it and then put it in your mouth. And I was taken aback by that. I guess it's one of those things where the shock of it is that you can't take your eyes off of it. You're fascinated by it as well as disgusted. So it's not always very easy to find roadkill day to day, or roadkill that is fresh enough to consume. So I had to think of something that was equally as detestable as, in his eyes, eating something off the side of the road. And that's why I picked carp. In terms of the location though, so the main location I went to was the Tyers River. And the reason I picked the Tyers River, there are two reasons. One of them is that's where I used to catch carp when I lived here 8-9 years ago. And so there's an emotional or sort of nostalgic attachment to the place. But the other reason is because if you saw a previous video of mine, maybe only 8 to 10 months ago, I was at that very spot at Tyers River saying that it's fine to eat carp, but I wouldn't eat a carp out of this stretch of water. So I thought, great, what a fantastic opportunity to challenge my own myth as well. I'm not going to eat the whole fish, I'm not going to eat the fatty portions or the organs, I'm just going to eat a strip of the muscle meat. But this is a great challenge, a personal challenge for me as well at the same time. Now, although I did catch some bass at Lake Highland in Churchill, which I'll share with you in a moment, no matter what I did, I could not for the life of me catch a carp this weekend. And I really tried. I did Lake Highland, I did the Tyers River twice and in two separate areas. I did the Latrobe River. I even went so far, or maybe so desperate is the right word, as to go to Waterhole Creek in the back of Morwell, where the water quality is worse than pretty much anywhere else I know in terms of fishing. And even there, I could not catch a carp. So I think what this weekend has shown me is even if you want something, you should allow something else to happen. And that other thing that happened for me was that I caught bass, and I have never, ever, ever in my life caught bass. So with that being said, I had a fantastic weekend, and I hope you did too. We are back, and we are using arguably what I would say is the second best freshwater lure. Now it's not actually on that straight, but it's going to do the job real nice. So that is a striped tiger grub in the black caviar colour, and I paired it up with a 1/32 jig head with a size 6 hook. Now the only reason why it's not number 1 is because it's plastic. The Meps size 1 spinner in the brown trout, that takes the cake. And even that's got plastic. Got him. Oh, look. Look what we got today. That's a little bass. Look at that. Oh. Look at that for a little bass. Let's get a thumbnail. That's a scary one. Let's try it again. So cool. I mean, it would be rude not to. Got him. I don't know how much of that you were seeing, but I got the bass. Sorry, buddy. Let me just sort you out, okay? Don't worry, you're gonna go back in the water for sure. New thumbnail, I think. That was alright, wasn't it? And we'll get the water in there. So cool. Oh, this is great. I'm so happy about this. Let me show you where I'm fishing. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. And there's a few in here.